Hey Ashley, I really like your post and thank you for opening up with those first couple of sentences. And so that really brings up a good point. The style of writing that Hemingway wrote in is called the iceberg theory. So he only gives you little pieces of information. We're dealing with something really big. That would be the bottom of the iceberg. He makes it seem like it's a really nonchalant thing, but really it's a big thing underneath. But we're only given the very tip of it, very, very small amount, and then we are to decipher this story based on our own frame of reference. Your frame of reference is going to be different because of what you stated here, that you were told you couldn't have children, and then you had a little girl, which is amazing. So you're gonna look at this maybe in a little bit of a different way than others would. And so that was what he intended to do, was to get everybody thinking and come up with your own ideas of what happened. Did she do it or did she not? Everything else you said here, how his relationship, how it was, is very good. But you talk about the procedure itself, and it says, the letting the air in. Now, I'm not saying that you're wrong in the symbolism. Now, I don't really think that's symbolism, but hold that thought. I'm going to come back to it. The symbolism would be more of the beaded curtain, kind of separating two worlds, yes and no. Symbolism of being the hills, the white elephants, the white elephant gift, a burden. When he looks out, or she looks out one side of the window and sees lush green grass, a river that symbolizes life. Over here on the other side, it was all dried up, barren, dead grass. That would represent, not being pregnant, no life. So we have the train station is symbolism, symbolizes are at a crossroads. However, what you did say about that one line about him letting the air in is really important, because that is actually a very graphic sentence, and you said that. He's talking about the operation, again, making it seem like it's very nonchalant. Most people, when I teach this face-to-face, the reaction that I get from my students when I bring up this one line is they didn't get it. They didn't pick up on it, and it's appalling because it's very graphic. So now I want you to think about how you interpreted this story today in 2017, and then when this was written many, many years ago, how do you think the reaction of the people were then? Because while abortion is still a very taboo topic, it's not as taboo as it was many, many years ago, and so this was not received very well because of the subject matter. So I'm really glad you brought that up. I want to talk about the last line. You say she did do it because if she was drinking alcohol, and that actually was not a known fact when Hemingway wrote this. Back in this time frame, it would not be uncommon for women to actually drink their entire pregnancy because it was not known that it was bad. And so I think that we should take that out of the equation and say she wasn't drinking because she knew she was going through with it. All women, I don't want to say all, many women in this time frame drank thinking nothing of it and didn't think it was going to harm their child. So take that out of it, and does that make you think that she didn't go through the procedure? So I'm interested to know your thoughts after watching this. So happy Halloween, and I hope you respond back.